everyone. Welcome to this week's show of Dallas Confidential TV. We are so excited that you have decided to join us again. It is wet, it is raining outside in Dallas, Texas, but it is hot and live in the studio. We have a guest host this week, and we are talking about sex. It is hot and steamy already. I had to have my shoulders out. I'm a little drenched already. Let me introduce you to myself. I am Dawn the James Russell. I have to my, I think this is my left. Lord Jesus, I did graduate from college. John Shub Johnson. I have to my far right, Ryan, Mr. Russell. And then we have our guest host today, Mrs.
Jade Ross.
We're so happy to have Ms. Ross. Ms. Ross, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and why you are here on our panel today talking about sex.
Well, again, my name is Jade Ross, and I'm very excited to be here today. We are talking about sex today, and what qualifies me is that I am a sexual being. I am a woman. I'm a human woman, and regardless of the fact of my position, of course, as a minister, I have, of course, had sex before. So, therefore, that's what makes me qualified.
Woo! She did throw out there that she is a minister that has had sex. So, Miss Minister, are you a married minister who has had sex, or are you still single out here in these streets?
I am still single, no longer in the streets, but I am still single.
So, you are a single sexual woman in the house. Are we?
I am in the house right now. I am practicing celibacy. So, but that is right now. That does not speak to my past, but that is with the path that I'm on right now is a voluntary celibacy.
Celibacy.
We in the house because we on quarantine.
So that's the other reason. You know, folks can't go nowhere.
That's why we in the house with quarantine.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, so celibacy. I think that means that we are...
I'm not having sex right now.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm not slow, you guys. I just want to make sure that my viewers know what that means, okay?
Amen.
Okay, so since we are talking about sex, viewers, I need for y'all this week to chime in. Y'all do such a great job chiming in on this show. Don't we agree? So I need y'all to chime in this week. Y'all do that already, but I will be lively reading your comments. We will be doing quiz like we did last week, and so I want to read your comments live on the show. I want you to actively respond to our questions. We will be doing pop quizzes, and I want you to see what your responses are on the show. So please participate. Your participation is very much so needed on this show. So please participate. Another thing I want to let you know is that Bishop Holly Mays is in the room. He is here. He has his hands raised right now. He is working the room right here. Mr. Holly Mays, please say hello to the viewers.
What's up? What's going on?
So I want to let you know that Holly Mays kind of skirted this conversation.
I did not.
He intentionally wanted to talk about sex this week, but also wanted to have Miss Jade to fill this hot seat for him. Mm-hmm. He hand-selected Jade Ross to be a part of this conversation to take his seat, but he thinks that he is going to not be a part of this conversation. But I am going to intentionally drag him in on some of these questions because he know how I do things. So he will be answering some of these questions also. So don't think I'm gonna let him make it on this conversation. He will be part of this discussion. Okay, so viewers, just know that he will be chiming in. John, are you ready to talk about sex?
I'm ready. I love sex.
How much do you love sex?
I love it. It was created by God, and I love it.
Did you do something? Did you get some? I want to say some ass, but I don't know if I can say that.
No, you can't say that. But have I had sex? Have I had sex? Yes.
Honey, am I gonna get censored by the FTC?
Yes, there's certain words you cannot say.
Is ass one of them?
You can say, but you can't say vulgarity words like, D and P and, those kind of words.
You can't talk like you normally talk, Dunn.
I don't talk
you be
on
talking
the
about?
cloth.
Okay, what cloth? This cloth you got on?
Tablecloth.
No
Not
more.
tablecloth.
Look, one day the Bible said no more sheets.
Wait.
Wow.
You hear me?
Wait,
Dead.
Ryan.
Dead.
Babe.
You the Proverb 31 cloth.
Oh,
Right.
well,
Oh, my.
that's a nice way to round it on out.
Babe, don't let them come for
What
me.
kind of cloth?
I-
Egyptian
Y'all
cloth?
wrong for
That's
that.
that Nubian cloth.
Babe, is the word ass used in the Bible? Is that
As a
I think it's
donkey.
proverbious woman.
okay?
No, ass was used.
Right. So if they say ass in the Bible, I should be able to say ass.
But
on
they're
the
talking about a
Bible.
donkey.
Different type of
Talk about a
ass.
I
donkey.
think a donkey.
Exactly. They're talking about the
Mule.
animal.
They're talking about the animal.
Okay, well, y'all just Holly, beep it out. Because you didn't tell me what I couldn't say on the show. I thought we was talking about sex. So I didn't.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay,
Let's go
okay, we
into
ready?
it.
Okay. So sex is natural, you guys, right? So we all have it. It's part of our natural life, right? So talking about sex, we're talking about what happens in our bedroom. People are often silent about it. It's a taboo. We don't want to talk about it outside of our bedroom, but obviously everybody know that we do it. I mean, people come out of their house barely clothed these days. I mean, people wear thongs in the grocery store, right? I mean, it's ridiculous to think that people aren't having sex because they basically, when you walk into any mall, people are half clothed.
Oh, you dress
Right.
provocatively.
Very provocative, right?
Mhm.
Romantic relationships are, romantic means sex, right? So if you think about it, John, you're in a sexual relationship,
I am.
right? We're in a sexual
Yeah.
relationship. You've been in sexual relationships. Jade, how many relationships would you say you've been in a lifetime?
That would be a personal question as far as the exact number.
Well, I mean, just
but as far as
relationship, not
but as far as relationships
Yeah.
though,
yeah,
actual serious relationships.
yeah, serious
as in
relationships, not sexual.
Everybody knows what's going on in relationships.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's relationships.
No, the reason why I'm asking because there's different types of relationships.
Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
As far as actual full relationships, I've actually only ever had 6 relationships.
Okay.
Mhm.
So 6 relationships. So when you think about actual relationships and you think about how many times you've had sex in those relationships,
Mhm.
we're talking about lots, right? I mean, you think about
Sometimes.
it. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Have you ever been in a relationship and not had sex? Let's be honest about it.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
You've been in a relationship and not have sex.
Yeah,
Yes.
it didn't last long.
But yes, but I have though.
Okay, how long did that relationship last
2
without
years.
sex? Really?
Yeah, because we started out as friends, and the friendship, believe it or not,
Mm-hmm.
the friendship was so fulfilling.
Mm-hmm.
The friendship was so much. Now, to make everything clear,
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning of our friendship, he was with somebody, so that is usually a deterrent to not, doing something with somebody. Usually, but even after he ended that relationship and everything, like I said, our friendship was so fulfilling, even as it turned into a relationship. Because we did cuddle and stuff like that, but it never turned into sex, not because he didn't want to or I didn't want to, but because, to be honest, we were both such sexual beings that sex would have actually ruined it.
So you say you was with somebody, so you like the side chick?
No, I was the main. I'm always the main.
Well, I mean, I'm confused. You said that when y'all started out, he had a girlfriend.
They
started being
were
friends.
They were
Oh,
friends.
y'all were
we were
friends.
friends. Yes, we were
so his
friends.
girlfriend knew about you.
Yes, his girlfriend
Darn
knew that we were
messes.
friends.
I'm not being messy. I'm asking. I'm
No,
querying.
because it was a work relationship. His girlfriend knew that we were friends. I had nothing to do with their breakup.
Okay.
And even after they broke up, it wasn't like he and I jumped, immediately
It
into.
just evolved into
Right, it just evolved over time into the relationship.
But so it never actually. So it was a relationship without sex.
Yes, it was.
So you would consider that a romantic relationship then?
It was very romantic.
Because
So-
they had mental. They had a mental. They had other type of bond other than sex.
I get
Because he made love to my mind.
Okay. Well, I'm just asking because I'm just asking viewers, would you consider that a relationship that never involves sex? So I'm throwing this out there to the viewers. Have you ever had a relationship that did not include sex? And if so, would you consider that a real relationship? So viewers, chime in to us. Let us know what you think about that. Ryan, have you ever had a relationship that did not involve sex? And would you consider that a real relationship?
I have never had a relationship where it didn't involve sex. It more than likely than not probably had sex. And sometimes the sex probably preceded the relationship and then it never even evolved into a relationship. And sometimes the sex would mess up it being
A real
possibly
relationship.
a real relationship.
Right,
And
right.
I've been in relationships where it wasn't the first thing on my mind, or it wasn't that important to me, and it became more important to the other person, and I would probably have sex just because I knew how much more important it was to the other person.
Yeah,
wanted it.
because women are way more sexual beings than men. I mean,
You
I'll
think?
just say, I'll
No,
say
it's
that.
that's not a thing. That's a no.
I think
Because
so.
the reason why I say that is because oftentimes we villainize boys from the ages of 12 to 18. We make them seem like they are just these raving, sex-crazed maniacs who can't think of anything else. And who can't think of anything else, and who only have that objective on their minds. And we always try to make 12 to 17-year-old girls princesses with teacups.
Right.
And that is not often, that's a very skewed reality. From the ages of 12 to 17, puberty, a girl is very sexual in her desires and everything else, just like a boy is.
I would definitely agree with that. So let's take a quick commercial, and then we'll come back and we'll pick up on that, because I think too many times, and when I say that, I think that women are more sexual. I think we use our sexuality to lure men in, thinking that that's a way to keep him, and it actually doesn't work like that. So we'll pick that up. We'll be right back, you guys. Don't leave us.
Just want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors that made this possible. Certainly want to give a shout out to JSE Productions. They are awesome. They are responsible for all the graphics that you see, all the videos. So shout out to JSE Productions at JSE Productions at gmail.com. It's Sophia Edwards. You can get in touch with them for all your graphic designs need at 214-916-8657. Also want to give a shout out to Prestige Creations, where perception becomes reality. Make sure you follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Prestige Creation. Any t-shirts, any backpacks, hats you need done, those guys are the ones to do it. If you want to email for design prices, just hit them up at prestigecreations@gmail.com. For all you financial gurus out there, listen, I want you guys to come get in contact with Miss Ebony Thomas over at Team of Money Coaches. If you need help in life insurance, fixed annuities, property protection, business opportunities, you name it, Miss Ebony Thomas and the Team of Money Changers will get you on your way. 334-430-7078. And I would be remiss not to give a shout out to the company that makes it all possible. The banner you see behind you, WPS Studios at 900 East Beltline Road, DeSoto, Texas, 75115. Dr. Vanell Warren, if you guys need help with filming, photography, videography, and if you are upcoming churches, small churches, and you need a place to worship, they even do church services as well. Make sure you give a shout out to WPS Studios at 900 East Beltline Road, DeSoto, Texas, 75115. Also, if you guys are looking to advertise at Dallas Confidential TV, or if you want to be on the show, hey, we would love to have you. We just ask that you send us an email at hello.dallasconfidential.tv. Again, it's hello.dallasconfidential.tv. If you just want to be a blessing to the show, and this show has been inspirational to you, you are more than welcome to send financial seeds to Cash App at Dallas Confidential TV. Also, volunteers, internships. We want you to come and allow your visions to grow. So we are asking for applicants in the areas of being a cameraman, director, producer, set coordinator, cosmetics, grooming, you name it. If you feel qualified to do these, we ask that you, all interested individuals, please send your information to hello.dallasconfidential.tv. hello.dallasconfidential.tv. Back to you, Don.
Thank you very much, Holly Mays. You guys, thank you for staying tuned in. Jade, as you were saying, you don't feel that women are as sexual as men.
No, I do. I feel that women are as sexual as men. And as I said, for women from the ages of 12 to 17, like I said, we're portrayed as just, you know, these little princesses that don't have any sexual desires, and that we're ignorant to the ploys and plotting of boys. And so therefore we characterize girls in that fashion, and that's just wrong.
Right.
And that comes from a double standard of raising. You know, we always say to the boys, don't bring nobody home pregnant, but you say to the girl, she can't go anywhere.
Right.
And,
Right.
and again, as I said, it's always this thing of that boys are just these villains that,
Right.
like I said, they're just sex crazed maniacs. And actually that's opposite what you will actually find when you speak to a 12-year-old boy, or even a 14 or 15-year-old boy. He's still thinking about boy things.
Right.
He's still thinking about cars. He's still thinking about muscles. He's starting to think about his body developing and all of that. And the sex may not necessarily be something that's on his mind all the time. So yes, women are very much sexual creatures. I just think that we are taught when we're little girls to keep that sexuality down. We're taught to keep that closed off. We're taught to keep that constrained because it's not ladylike.
Right.
To talk about your sexual desires. It's not even ladylike for you to even express
Right.
the fact that I have a sexual desire. It's a song out now, and the very beginning line that she says in the song was, "I can't say I just want some D."
Right.
And the reason why she says
Right.
that is because we're taught as women that you can't say that.
Right.
Men can say the C word. They can talk about sex in all kinds of ways.
Right.
They can be very open with their sexuality, but
Right.
women cannot. And I just think that that's a that's a
Yeah.
misconception.
So let me jump
Right.
in and ask this
Please.
question. Why is it that we treat sex so taboo?
Because it's such a sensitive issue. Sex opens up a lot. I think that as a society, we try to make sex this really simplistic thing because of the act itself.
Is that us as a culture, a black culture, or is that a human culture?
That's human culture. Now, in black culture, it's double taboo for two reasons. One, because you know it's a very hushed up thing. Because in the black community, what you're first told when you're a child is you don't even think about having sex until you get married. Period. Point blank. There's no sense of you talking about sex before marriage because that's not right. And then, of course, as you get older and you make your own decisions, of course, you know, you live your life and you decide, yes, I do or yes, I don't. Or no, I don't. But in the black culture, I think it's double taboo because you have to understand the history that we have with sexuality. The history that black people have with sexuality, if you start history with when we came over from Africa, that's a very brutal history. And sex was a form of control that masters and mistresses used. So therefore, when you bring that forward, even now into 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 generations later, it's still a very taboo thing. You still have grandmothers to this day telling young ladies, protect your pocketbook. And that's not even, you know, anatomically correct, but that's still the advice that's being given. You still have the advice here of, you know, men look at you. So therefore, you need to be aware of that. So within black culture, I think sex is double taboo for that reason, because our history with sex has been so brutal and so hard that we try to protect. You know what I'm saying? We try to protect before it happens, because again, the act of sex is simple, but sex, the concept, is not simple.
So let's do this really quickly, and I think that we should definitely lighten it up just a little bit because we want to make sure that our viewers know we want you to participate. And you guys are doing such a good job. Thank you guys for chiming in. LaShawna, we see you. Andrew Page, thank you again for tuning in this week. We appreciate it. I'm gonna let you respond to some of our viewers because you're definitely watching. Thank you so much, Ryan. It's so funny because Ryan, Ryan didn't actually have sex until you got to college. So you protected your little pocketbook for a while.
Well, men don't have pocketbooks.
I was gonna say it's us. We have pocketbooks. We have pocketbooks, son.
What was it called? What did your grandfather
I don't know. That's a man conversation. That's a man conversation. It's a pocketbook.
But what did your grandfather call it? That's what they call it?
Dingling.
Oh, okay, they told you to protect your dinglings.
I child too early because I didn't want to have that responsibility.
Yeah.
And plus, going to church, I was just told this is what you don't do
Yeah.
before you get married. And I was literally trying to save myself till I got married. But at the same time, I saw a lot of my friends having kids at such a young age. I was scared because I was like, I don't want to go through this. I've seen too many TV shows or episodes where I've seen dudes have kids and completely change their lives. My thing was strictly baseball, football, and going to school. Other than that, that's all I worried about.
So are we doing our children and our culture a disservice by not talking about sex? Because it's on movies, it's on TV,
Yeah.
it's, on the internet for sure, and on Facebook, on social media, sex is everywhere.
It's everywhere, yeah.
And are we doing a disservice not talking these things over with our children at an early age? Are we exposing them to it too soon?
Well, we're
or
not
too late?
exposing them to it. Society is exposing them to it. We had this conversation early on in another show that we've talked about, and we have another show that we're going to have later on in the season, talking about parental duties and things like that, and dating dilemmas that we'll talk about. But I'll just say this, having a 15-year-old, I don't have to bring it up to my daughter. She brings it up to us. So, and she's been watching it since Disney movies have sex in it. So you don't even have to run from it. Your children are watching it. And in schools, they bring it up in middle school. They have sex education. So you can not talk about it to them. It's coming to them. So that is not even a topic of discussion. Let me ask our viewers this. How many times a year do average Americans have sex? How many times a year do you have sex? Think about it. Being honest with yourself. It's a difference between how many times you think you should have sex
365.
versus how many times you actually have sex. Do you have sex every day?
We said
That's
the
the
average.
average.
That's the average.
How many times do you think Americans have sex, and how many times do you actually have sex?
On an average, 365 days.
You think the average person have sex once a day?
Yeah.
How many times do you have sex?
I may have it multiple times a day.
Do you?
I may have it multiple times a week, so I can't
You
speak for
saying
myself.
may?
Right, because some it depends on the day, it depends on the week.
Really?
So this day I may have it 4 or 5 times, then during the week I may have it 4 or 5
You have
times.
sex 4 times a day, John?
I'm a sexual being.
Woo! When's your birthday?
I'm a Virgo. August
Virgos have
31st.
sex all the
Yes.
time?
Very freaky sex.
Very freaky sex.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, why we
John,
getting
yeah.
quiet?
John,
I love it. I'm jealous.
I mean, your bedroom between you and your partner, what y'all do is up to y'all.
Uh-huh.
Y'all make up the rules of what you want
I
to
got
do.
you.
And I
Viewers,
believe
how many times y'all having sex? How many times? Okay, let me ask you this. You can answer how many times do y'all have sex, or how many times do you think the average American have sex? The question is, how many times do the average American have sex? Chime in and let me know what you think. I would love to know that. That's the question on the table. How many times? Jade, how many times do you think the average American have sex a year?
A year.
Uh-huh. Ryan, you decide which question you want to answer. How many times do we have sex, or how many times the average American have sex?
I would think the average American is maybe 150 days out of the year. Maybe.
150 days out of the year. Okay, that's a good one. Holly, how many times does the average American have sex a year? How many times? You already
I
answered.
said
You answered.
365.
You said 365.
It's healthy.
I say the average American healthy relationship, I say at least 4 to 5 times a week. And then
Twice
I
a
say
week.
in the beginning,
You said twice a week.
Twice a
The
week.
average
twice,
man.
I say 5 times a week, and then over time, then with
Say the
kids,
average,
Okay,
not
tell
the-
us what the
the
viewers
deal,
say.
it might change up.
You say the average though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
average, I would
average.
say average about 4 to 5 times a week.
So 4 to 5 times a week. That sounds about right? That's what I would compare myself to when I'm thinking, like when my husband and I are in the house and I'm thinking, oh, I need to give him some. Because I'm thinking the average person maybe doing about 2, 3 times a week, right? That's not true. The average American is having sex 66 times a year.
Sounds about right.
No, that's 5 times a month. That's once a week.
One point.
That's
1.5.
He said about
Nah.
twice a week. So
Yeah, he said about 20. That's not
Yeah,
enough.
that's so we right
That's
there.
not enough.
We're right there.
That's not enough. That must be some old people.
Not some old.
Some people who libido is real low. They ain't got no Viagra. They don't have no Cialis.
That's what we at.
So,
That's where y'all at. That's where
But
y'all
it's-
at.
Okay,
well, they said
What they say? What view?
Vanilla says 165 times a year, 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay.
Is that married or is that?
Okay, it don't say all that. Okay,
Right.
you know what? I'm not telling you. It says married adults under the age of 30 are doing it like 109 times a year. The average number drops to 70 when you're about 40. And then it says 50-year-olds are doing it 52 times a year.
Well, you
Okay?
know, after a certain age, your libido does start.
And what was 40-year-olds?
40-year-olds are 70 times a year.
Average that out a year. That's what is that?
What is that, like one and a
One.
half?
It's almost like
One and
something
a half
one and a
times?
half.
A week?
Yeah.
A month.
1.5 times a week.
Yeah.
Well, a week, yeah.
Yeah, 1.5 times a week.
That's not enough.
I think it depends on the demographic.
You know what? I'm just gonna speak for. I got a lot going on in my life. I just be busy.
I get it.
I ain't got that much going on.
I got a lot going on. Moving on, Holly.
No, I get it. You know, life does take
Yeah.
a toll on
It's a
your
lot.
ability of when you can have sex. You may have in your
Right.
mind that you want to do it, but then something else comes up and that you're not able to.
Right.
But you just make it up.
Well,
you
because
know.
I would imagine that, like you just said, different factors over time.
Yeah.
Once
I mean-
you have kids or
Right.
if
John
your
don't have no
situation changes
kids.
No.
or,
Everything.
No.
Viewers.
I don't have any kids, but me and my boo, we have date nights.
We have date nights.
We have our fun day Sundays.
We have fun
You gotta
days
plan it
Sunday.
out.
What's cooking?
Yeah, because
See,
you gotta
then
set
you
up
cook
the
up something
tone.
else.
Well, yeah, I was just saying, but it's really, you know,
You have
set
your
the vibe.
Freaky Friday. See, they have all these hashtags, TBTs and WCW, MCM. We have our FBF, our Freaky Fridays,
Yeah.
or our, you know what? On Sundays,
Uh-huh.
y'all after
That's
you
the
have.
Sabbath.
Hold on. On Sundays, after
It's
let me
Saturday.
school y'all. And these other ministers on the roster in the pulpit may be able to contest to this. But after you have a good Sunday service, that flesh be really high. You be ready to get it in, knock it down, or get
So
knocked
y'all
down.
leave the church and they go knock it down.
You
I
with your
can't
partner.
attest to that.
I'm married.
Right.
I'm
You
just
married.
saying.
I'm married.
So can you
yours
agree
is
to that?
different.
I'm married.
Does that. My spirit is full, and I'm just like, woo, you know.
So how?
Yeah, but you with your partner.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
It's a different fulfillment for me. I'm not sexually after the service, but other people, you know, it may fulfill them in a different way. So
Yeah.
it's different from everybody.
So y'all had never heard of that concept. You have never had that.
Babe, if it was up to you, how many times would we have sex a week?
I would say probably 4 times a week.
So you the determining factor.
Yeah, but it depends on.
You
one
are the
person
weakest
is more
link.
Right.
Goodbye.
Wow.
Goodbye.
Because it depends on one
You
person.
should not
more
deny your
sexual.
husband.
I don't deny my husband. I do not deny him. When he asks, I give it. He just
You gotta
is so
ask?
sweet. I just be so busy and
Nah, he might need
everything.
to just take it.
Nah, I don't, sometimes I don't ask. I mean, sometimes
He
it just
don't.
happens.
He's so
Sometimes
sweet.
you set up the mood, you set
You
up
do.
the environment,
Yeah.
you be
You do.
romantic. It's things that you
There
have
is
to
a-
do over time.
See, I think that's what I'm afraid of losing because I'm a spontaneous person. I love to have fun. I love when stuff just pops up out of the blue. So I always wonder, like, so during marriage, does that change? Does the spontaneity change? Because
No.
now I'm with you every single day. We know we come back to this house
No.
every single day. I'm going to see you for the next 40 years. So does the spontaneity go out? Does the spice go away? Because
No.
you're used to this person's body, you're used to this how they feel on the outside and the
No.
inside and all
Let
I
that.
me
think
tell
it
you
depends on
something.
what you got, what was the reason you got with them, and you take steps to in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in love with this person not just for their physical needs, but also
Right.
mental, spiritually, and emotionally.
Mhm.
And then you find that level of intimacy where sexually they can fulfill you in other ways besides sex. So it's
Right.
almost like over time, I can be around my wife and we can sit around the whole day watching TV, and that intimacy we have as far as conversation.
It's so many other
just being
things.
around her.
You say it will turn, it can roll over.
There you
into
go.
That
So
might
many
be-
other
that might be your
things.
aphrodisiac.
There you
Yeah.
go. That's
Right,
what it is.
right.
Because my husband's love language is quality time. So I say that because, I mean, look at my husband. You got viewers. Let me tell you something. Look at this one right here. You see that? He is hot as, can I use the F word on
No,
him?
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay. Let me
Just
tell you
say
something.
hot.
Hot cheese grease.
Let me tell you
say
something.
rich
He
grease.
is, look at this.
Just say
I
hot.
never get tired looking at this. He is
Listen.
good look. John, ain't my husband good looking?
You have nice looking husband.
Thank you.
I'm a nice looking man
You
too.
are. That's what I'm saying. I never get tired looking at this.
I
I'm telling
appreciate
you,
that.
it's. I don't deny him because I am not attracted to him. I am just busy as all get out. But I find other ways to take care of my husband. Trust me. And when he asks, I give. But I think he understands I'm just really busy, and he's so sweet. He's so sweet. I just think that he knows that I'm not fulfilling him because I'm not
I
attracted
think
to him.
sometimes I don't even have to
on.
ask. Sometimes when I don't ask,
I
it
get it.
happens.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
when I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
So let me
ask.
ask you, ladies,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the viewer, ladies, do you want your man to be aggressive or do you want to be the aggressor?
I think
When it comes
it's
time to
50-50.
initiating
I know
sex.
what's with you, Jay. I think first
When
it's
it comes
50-50.
to initiating sex.
With you, what is it? First is 50-50. What is it for you?
50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm aggressive, so I think our first date, I was aggressive.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm aggressive too, but I like for my partner to be aggressive as well.
Viewers, what's up? What is it for the viewers? Go ahead, Jay.
For me, I don't like necessarily the term aggressive, but initiator
Yeah.
is more my thing. I never had a problem with initiating foreplay, but as far as me initiating the entire thing, I don't know, maybe because I am, country and, older folks raised me or whatever.
Mhm.
I always felt that the man should. I just do.
I
Not
believe
to
in
say that
women
I
are.
should never let him know or never did let him know when I was in the mood, because of course, you have your little things that you can
Right.
do,
Yeah.
to let a person know that, hey, this is where I'm at right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I would do things like that. But as far as initiating, like I said, it might be old fashioned, to some, but I always,
But I think a man,
initiate.
and Holly can chime in on this one, I think a man likes to know that he's wanted. Like, I think my husband likes to
That's-
know.
that goes
Oh,
both
yeah,
ways.
Right, a
Most
man
definitely, yeah.
love to know
that
that.
they're designed.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, ma'am.
I think it goes both ways. Because if I know
Yeah.
that you feel desired, or at least if I rub your feet or set the mood right, set the candles around the bathtub, or
Right.
sometimes you can just do it and don't even have to lead to sex. It's just
Oh, yes.
Well, like for instance, the relationship I was talking about earlier, where we, didn't have sex, the intimacy of him just holding me and us laying there talking
yeah.
was, you know what I'm saying, was a lot. It was that was a good thing. So that was the thing about intimacy, is that intimacy isn't always physical. It can be mental. It can be, done in other ways. So I agree with that. You can't let a person know in other ways that this is how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
He used to tell me all the time, I have to touch you. Like, he used to tell me that all the time. He used to say, I have, like, he'd have to have
Yeah, physical
Physical
contact.
contact.
some sort of something,
yeah.
even if it was just his pinky toe,
Right.
touching my pinky toe.
Uh-huh.
It didn't matter, but he would always tell me that. He would always say, I have to touch you, and I would ask him why. He would say, because that connection for him was something so substantial. You know what I'm saying? That, yeah.
Well, I believe in spontaneity. I believe in sessions and going the full, all out as far as, planning it out and lighting candles and all that. I
Yes.
love that part, but I do love the spontaneity
Mhm.
of sex. You walk in, I'm butt naked.
Woo!
As soon as you walk in, so you already know, boom, let's do it.
Let's go.
Or vice versa. You come in, because
It
sex
has to be
becomes routine.
Yeah.
Right.
And you
And
as,
see, that's
as
what
a
I'm
person,
scared of in marriage.
No,
if it
that's
becomes
why you have to
routine,
do- Sometimes you treat your spouse like a freak in the street.
So that's
Sometimes you want to be treated like the
Yeah.
freak in the street.
That's a
you know?
that's a
And-
great thing, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. That's a great thing because sometimes you don't want to be made love to. Sometimes you just want to be.
Be dug out.
There you go. Right. So we'll talk about that. Question to the viewers. Question to the panel. What's the average length of an erected penis?
What
What-
you mean? The size?
What's the average length of an erected penis? Don't answer it. We're gonna take a break. Come back, viewers. Send me your responses. What's the average length of an erected penis? My men should know that. My women should know that. What's the average length of an erected penis? We'll be right back.
Real quickly, just want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Want to give a shout out to the team of Money Changers. Hey, listen, give a shout out to Ebony Thomas and her team of Money Changers over at 334-430-7078. You can follow her on Facebook at Ebony Money Coach Thomas. If you need help in life insurance, fixed annuities, property protection, business opportunities, you name it, Ebony Thomas and the team of Money Coaches can get you to the next level. Also, hey, if you guys are looking for filming opportunities, photography, videography, or if you are a church that is trying to get off the ground and you need a place to worship, we want you to give a shout out to WPS Studios over at 900 East Beltline Road, DeSoto, Texas, 75115. I need you to get in contact with Dr. Vanell Warren. He can make all your filming dreams come true. I would be remiss not to shout out to Prestige Creations, where perception becomes reality. Listen, if you need to follow these guys on Facebook and Instagram at Prestige Creations, and if you need a shirt done, a hat done, a bag done, a flyer done, whatever you need, and you need a logo put on it, get in touch with these guys at prestigecreations@gmail.com. And last but not least, I want to give a shout out to JSE Productions, Miss Sophia Edwards at 214-916-8657. Listen, they are responsible for all the graphics that you see here on Dallas Confidential TV, the flyer, the intro, the outro, you name it. These guys are awesome, so make sure you get in touch with them for your next project. Also, if you are looking to advertise with Dallas Confidential TV, we want you to give us a shout out by sending out an email to us at hello.dallasconfidential.tv. hello.dallasconfidential.tv. Listen, we want to help you grow your business. We want to help your venture get to the next level. So we just ask you to reach out to us. If this show has been a blessing to you, if we have helped you have a different train of thought and we've taken you to a new level, please help us grow. We are trying to take it to the next level, but we need your dollars. So please help us financially at Cash App Dallas Confidential TV. Cash App Dallas Confidential TV. And also, if you are a person and you are in school and you want to explore film or videography, we have internship and volunteer programs for you. We are now accepting applications for interns and volunteers in the following positions: cameraman, director, producer, set coordinator, cosmetics, grooming, you name it. All interested individuals, please send your information to hello.dallasconfidential.tv. Back to you, Don.
Thank you very much. I just want to throw this out there. Since this is Dallas Confidential TV, I want to let you know that our viewers' favorite Dallas date night spot is Painting with the Twist. They are located at 5202 West Lovers Lane. We just got a release from Shelter in Place, so if you need a great date night out, Painting with the Twist in Dallas on Lovers Lane. Reach out to them, get out of the house, go out with your friends or your husband, your boo. That Painting with a Twist, great location. Okay. Average length of a men's erected penis is, Jay, what would you think it would be?
I would say 7.
7? John?
I would say 6 to 7.
Ryan?
What's the question?
The average length.
I'm just saying.
Have to make sure you had it right.
I was gonna say pause, but since we
Pineapples.
since we on the panel, I'm going to say pause.
You're not going. You can't win them all, okay? So the
I
average.
say 8.5, 9. I don't know.
What? Okay, I'm not even. What are the viewers saying? What the
Robert, Successful 100, said it's 8.
The average length of an erected penis is 5 to 6 inches. Okay,
You know how many men right now are saying no. That's
Not mine, not me.
Said the cat.
they not
Listen,
telling us.
listen. I know I'm behind the scene, but I gotta say this. You got somebody saying, "Hey, babe, which one? Get the tape measure out real quick, babe."
It is a lot of.
Get me together right quick so I can see it.
There's a lot of women out there like, babe, not you, babe. It's a lot of women.
It's a lot of
They
women right
saying
now
that must be
doing
a white man.
Yes, it is some
He
women
must be
doing
white.
It is some women doing damage control right now. Right now.
So does size matter?
Yes.
Or does the size as far as length or does girth?
to think that size mattered until one particular situation where the man was not, the biggest in the world, but he still was able to put the motion in the ocean.
See, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So let me
And
tell
please
you.
believe me, I was surprised. I was like, oh, so this is. I see. Okay.
So why do we think size matters?
Let me tell you, I used to say size didn't matter until I had somebody who was the size of a pinky, not my husband. And I'm not saying that because he's sitting right here, that's the truth. And I was with this person for a very long time, and it was the worst. And you cannot be with somebody who does not sexually satisfy you. And I think people think, oh, well, if he can use his hand or if he's good with his mouth, you can make up for it. But you can't. You can't. And ladies, I need you
It's
to
something
chime
about
in
that
on
friction.
this.
It's hope.
It's hope.
I am dead. I love it.
I
So hope.
And I hope he's not watching this because he know exactly who he is if he's watching this.
Man, that's the past.
Who is it? So we stay away from it.
I'm
Don't
telling
put them on
you.
blast. It's the
Do not.
I'm
past.
telling you. I feel bad for these men out here who was not blessed because I don't know. Oh, that pocketbook don't make a difference. That tongue don't make a difference.
I mean, as far as size goes, sometimes it doesn't matter because sometimes the connection with the person is so much. But as far as if you're talking about casual encounters, not in a relationship, then yeah, size is going to matter in your casual encounters because you're looking for the best satisfaction in the world. But again, like I said, you have those times where the man is not as big as maybe you have seen in the past or
Well
what you
endowed.
think you like, right? Well
Or
endowed.
they see something on a porno and then
Right,
reality.
exactly, and it's not that. Now I know some young ladies who said that their preference was 7.5 and up, until they started getting with these guys who were very large, who very very well endowed,
Right.
and then they realized
Right, 'cause
not so
okay.
much because.
You need to have some grip.
I've been with
It's
those
not so much
too.
that, it's that, well, yes, you do need to have some grip, but at the same time, though, too big is too big.
I was gonna say I've been with men who were too big, and that is
also,
not good
also, if you
either.
paid attention in anatomy class, you would have learned that every vagina and every penis is not
yeah.
the same. It's
It's
not
not
shaped the same.
compatible.
It's not
They're not
compatible.
compatible,
So
right. I would
not
agree with
all
that.
the time is it good for you to have that going on.
Now let me
So,
ask John.
And what about me?
It's too. Sometimes is it too big for you too?
Huh?
I'm asking because I know for women sometimes it's too big.
I mean, you have to be. Each
Has it ever been
each his
too
own.
big for you?
First of all, if it's gonna be too big, I gotta look at it first. So, no.
Look at Rob. Look at Rob.
Big-
This is what I'm
Hey,
okay, so
just prunes.
you know what? I gotta be sure.
Don't play.
I gotta be
That's
transparent. I gotta be transparent. I
Go
gotta be
ahead.
sure.
Go ahead.
So
Prunes.
my boo is very well endowed, and we at first it was like, oh, hell to the no. But I mean, you work things out. Like she said, when you have a connection that's more than just sex, then it allows you to go to places that you never thought that you would go.
Because you gotta work it out.
Because you have to work
but,
it out.
But I think that happens across the board in sex with the person that you have more intimacy with.
Robert said nobody wants a mosquito bite or a pencil poking them.
I know that's right. But then
Dead.
ladies, have you
Bye.
ever had a man that was too big and you was like, I just can't. I gotta, because I know we've had, I got it, Holly. I know we've had men that are too small and we was like, it's too much. Okay. But have we ever had a man that was too big and we was like, I just can't. So I just want to, I got Suge over here answering every response. So if you chime in, he gonna let us know what you said. Let me know if you've ever had a man that was too big and you was like, I can't. Have you ever broke up with too big? Because I broke up with too big. Have you ever broke up with too big?
Let me chime in with something real
Go
quick.
ahead. Holly got
While we're
something.
trying to give her attention.
Go ahead.
Listen, so anatomical and physiological fact. Okay, you have to understand, even though the penis may change, the vagina is still the same. The,
Right.
the urethra, the uterus,
Yeah.
all of that is still the same size. So regardless to what size a man is, she's still this size.
Right.
So if it goes past certain, you're talking about anatomical injury.
Yes.
Okay,
Right. At that
so
point, right.
at some point, I don't care how much of a thug you may be in the bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be some type of anatomical or physiological injury once you
Because
get
it's
past
too-
about 8.5, 9 inches.
Right.
Once you get past that, you're really, especially if it goes. The only place, which I hate to say this, the only place medically that it could probably enter
Is the anus.
is the anal cavity,
Right.
which would cause you
I would just say,
muscular
but that's still,
muscular
I would just say, but that's still,
issues
that's still
and blood
that's
clots,
still- but that's still an injury though.
and it would result in hemorrhoids.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Because I've seen that on pornos. And I'm like, what? Okay.
Those professionals, you gotta.
Yeah, they oh.
So what is, since we're talking about sex and the taboo of sex, what is too taboo for you in your bedroom?
That's personal preference.
Yeah.
Now I will say over time, you'll be surprised at what goes on and off that list.
Right. Well,
I'll tell you that.
It's a lot of people that's strictly like, I'm not doing this. I'm only gonna do missionary. I'm only gonna,
Right, but that's what I said over time.
Right.
Yeah, I think
It's
over
a
time,
change,
what you
yeah.
expose yourself to, because you might see something in a movie, he's like, well, we'll try it, but then certain things you just like, oh no.
We tried it.
Right, like it's like
Yeah, that's too
Yeah.
far.
That's
Yeah,
too
that's a very good
Yeah.
question. And I'm gonna
I like that question.
I like the fact that my husband and I are here together, and I'll say this: Holly intentionally put my husband and I both on this show because that wasn't planned, and I love that we do this together because we're very open, and Holly knows this. I don't think that there's anything that we have said is off limits in our bedroom.
Because I think most of the time it's me just making sure you're taken care of and satisfied.
Well, I make sure you take care of that fight too. Don't put that out there.
I'm speaking for myself. For me, it's like it's my obligation to make sure you take care
You
of
want to say
satisfied.
your pleasure, yeah.
Because
But and you do the same for me, so it's no, believe me, I have no.
But do you think there's anything that we?
Okay.
Do you think there's anything that we? Is there something that you want to do that we haven't done?
I think it's probably some equipment we haven't gotten.
Oh,
that
wow.
Right?
We
Well, I
haven't
was
gotten.
Okay.
But I mean,
I
you
tell
know.
y'all-
Well, it is your birthday weekend.
Yes, it is.
So I mean, and the reason why I say that is because it is other married couples that's watching,
Mhm.
and y'all can get that perspective as far as marriage. Some people feel like once you're married, then the sex kind of really dies after
Yeah.
the honeymoon phase.
Right.
And is there things that you can do as a couple? Well, I can speak from a couple aspect too, to keep it spicy in the bedroom.
Exactly.
And toys is one of them.
Right.
Exactly.
From vibrators to dildos to other type of toys.
Well, how long have you guys been a couple?
2.5 years.
Yeah, we've been together at the same period of time. So I would definitely say, and Jay, you are celibate and single, but understanding that, is there anything when you become a couple that you are uncomfortable with?
There have been things that I've discovered for myself that
Yeah.
hey, I'm not cool with, or there are some things that you just know, even though yes, the list can change.
Uh-huh.
There are some things that you just know. Period. Like this is not absolutely not happening.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that when Ryan and I first started dating, it has always been a fantasy of mine to see my mate with another woman. Not a threesome, but with another woman, right? So when we first started dating, I was like, ooh, I want to see you sleep with another woman. And he was like,
I'm not with that.
no, he wouldn't do it.
You
Everybody
have.
got their own.
Right.
You know, everybody has
Good for you, Ryan.
I mean,
Right.
if I was in the ministry, I probably would. And then for me, even when we first started dating, I think even after our initial sexual encounter, I told her, for us on our marriage or leading up to our marriage, let's
Enjoy each other.
Now,
enjoy each other. We'll basically vow to have
yeah, we have sex.
celibacy leading up to our marriage.
Yeah, we
Just
have
so-
sex. We stopped having sex.
Yeah.
We stopped having sex. So that's what we did until we got married.
Yeah.
So I
That's a
mean,
good thing though.
I
That's a
know
good thing.
it was something. So, but that was our relationship. But so I'm just telling you, let's talk about sex. We're talking about
Right,
it.
and sex
So that's
is a
what we
beautiful
did.
thing, but we have made it, society has made it such a proverbial thing,
Yeah.
or so perverted that it makes it, almost embarrassing to talk about and share your secrets. Like I said, these things are above all of our conversation. At the end of the day, for me, I want to be able to help someone better their life or think outside of the box.
Right.
Because sometimes we box sex into a box.
Yeah.
And it's so much greater than that. Even with the sex toys, of course, they make it in pornos or whatever, and it looks very perverted. But it is very healthy within the relationship, because it may be times that you want to have sex, he may not want to have sex because of the cares of the wearer.
Oh, absolutely.
But therefore, you can still use a toy or whatever. He can still get pleasure by watching you use a toy. Him and vice versa. They have the fleshlights.
Right.
You want to see him have sex with another woman? Okay, well, just let him do his thing, masturbate with the fleshlight.
Right. So, real quick, we got to go to a commercial, but I have another question for the viewers before we do so. For the panel, which gender has a higher preference for reaching orgasm through oral sex? Which gender has a higher preference of reaching orgasm through oral sex? Female or male? Chime in, send us your answers. We'll be right back.
Thank you guys for joining the show. We want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors real quickly. We want to make sure that we give a shout out to JSE Productions, where they do graphic design, they do all promotional videos, they do everything, business cards, you name it. Right now they got a special for business cards. You get $500 for $50 or $1,000 for $100. You can get in touch with them at 214-916-8657. When you do it, just mention Dallas Confidential TV and get your promotion. Also, if you need any videography, filming, photography, or any chapel services, please make sure you reach out to WPS Studios with Dr. Vanell Warren over at 900 East Beltline Road, DeSoto, Texas, 75115. Also, make sure you get in touch with the team of money coaches. They're going to help you in services like life insurance, fixed annuities, property protection, help you with your business opportunity, help you get to the next level. Just reach out on Facebook to Miss Ebony Money Coach Thomas at 334-430-7078. And to the guys out at Prestige Creations, where perception becomes reality. If you need t-shirts done, hats done, bags done, you name it, they can put your vision onto any surface. Reach out to them via Facebook and Instagram at Prestige Creations, or you can get pricing design or any other questions or concerns. You can reach out to them via email at prestigecreations@gmail.com. Also, if you would like to advertise on Dallas Confidential TV, whether you have a business, project, event, you name it, we want to help your vision get to the next level. We just ask that you email us at hello.dallasconfidential.tv. Again, that's hello.dallasconfidential.tv. As always, we need your financial blessings because we are trying to go to another level. So if you would like to be a supporter financially of Dallas Confidential TV, you can do that via Cash App at $ Dallas Confidential TV. And if you are looking for internship or volunteer opportunities, we have a program for you. We're now accepting applications for interns and volunteers in the following positions: camera director, producer, set coordinator, cosmetics, grooming, you name it. All interested individuals, please send your information to hello.dallasconfidential.tv. Back to you, Don.
Thank you very much. So John's favorite date night to have with his boo is at Dallas Sex Shop. So the one that he will prefer to send out is Paris Adult Bookstore and Velvet Box Shop in Louisville. So if you had to have a date night, because we are no longer sheltering in place, you can find those shops in Dallas and at Louisville. So really quickly to the viewers, the question was, which preference, I didn't say that right, excuse me, I lost my question. Which gender has the highest preference for reaching orgasm through oral sex? We have viewer chime in. What they say?
The males.
And who said that? Which viewer?
Cornella.
Cornella said men have the highest preference of reaching orgasm through oral sex. John, what is your answer?
Women.
Ryan?
Women.
Jade?
I would say men.
Men?
Mm-hmm.
The answer is women. Only 10% of men have reached oral achieve orgasm through oral sex, when 18% of women achieve orgasm through oral sex. So I did not know that.
I do that because all the woman is always saying, oh, they can eat this pocketbook.
I think most men prefer to orgasm through sex. I mean, through physical sex. I
Yes,
think
through intercourse.
through intercourse. There you go. I think that you guys love head, but I think you prefer to come through actual sex.
Ejaculate.
Ejac. There you go.
So, Robert said, male, almost every man desires oral sex done.
Absolutely.
Excitement comes when you see that person enjoying it.
I would agree with that, but you guys love getting head. I mean, I don't know no man that do not love getting head.
It's okay.
There are a lot of men who will say that yes, they love oral sex, but it doesn't mean that that gets them to orgasm.
Right.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I like it, but I prefer to go and bust it down.
Okay. How long is it before the average man ejaculates during intercourse? I asked Ryan this question when we were at home. I did not tell him what the answer was, but I did ask him this question. How long is it before the average man ejaculates during sexual intercourse? I mean, that sounds very...
It's 5 minutes, but average sex lasts about 7.
Average sex lasts about 7.
Yeah.
What do you...
Really?
Ryan said 30 minutes. Holly, what's your answer?
I say 30 minutes.
What was the question?
How long do you have sex before you come?
Before you
The
ejaculate.
average man.
Average man.
Oh, average man.
Yes. Average man.
Three-
I would have thought like...
3 to 5 minutes.
I was going to say like 45 seconds. Jay,
No,
what you
3 to
got?
5 minutes.
During sex?
Yes.
3 to
How
5
long
minutes.
It's
before
less
the-
than, it's about 7 or less.
I would say about 10 minutes or less.
Wow.
Viewers, how long before the average man come?
Cornella says 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay. Okay. The answer is 5.4 minutes.
I told you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know it's a lot of men out there right now that might be saying, no, I'll take longer. Sir, that's because you trained yourself and your body and your mind to go longer.
And that's-
that.
you know
That's
what?
the only reason why.
Right, and that's a
because
good thing,
you've got
though.
your endurance up. That's
Right.
it.
It's
That's
tricks.
all.
It's tricks to
That's
the train.
all.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Right.
gotta know how to.
Because
how
when
to
you were
use it.
15,
Yeah.
no, sir.
Yeah.
When you were 7, when you were 2, let's be honest, when you were 25,
You did
no,
not
sir.
know how to do that.
You
I
kept
would
that
agree
going,
with that.
and you have now come up on your 30 minutes and your
I
45
completely
minutes
agree.
and
I
your
completely
hour.
agree.
Robert says 30 minutes.
That's what Ryan said. Robert, my husband said that too. 30 minutes. I got you, Holly. True or false? Stress can make a man's penis shrink.
Yes.
True.
True.
Yes.
Viewers, true or false? Stress makes your penis shrink. Ryan,
I thought it relieved tension when you stressed out, so I don't think so.
you think it's false?
I think it's false.
Jay, stress makes a man's penis shrink.
I think that's true.
I would say
yeah.
shrink, but make it stay soft. Flat.
Yeah, I will say that because
Well, I think that's what they mean by shrink. So then that would be true.
because they because for men a lot of their
The testosterone.
the testosterone and their ability to have it fully erect is a lot of it is in the mental. So if they're stressed out, yeah.
What does the viewer say?
They're still talking about training yourself.
I know that's right.
They say yeah,
Yourself
it
up.
does.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, the answer is true. So one reason that's why they're saying that men should avoid stress is because it makes your penis shrink. Okay. One more question, then we're gonna do a date night, and then you guys, we ran out of time. This show goes by so fast. Okay. Let's do. What percentage of women say that they always have an orgasm during sex with their partner?
That they always
Yeah. What percentage of women say that they always have orgasm with their partners?
25%.
Okay.
It's
What
about
Well, we know y'all lie. Y'all
18%.
fake it.
So then take those women out and talk about the women that do have women. What percentage of the time do you
25.
have
I go with
orgasm with your partner?
every single time.
Yeah.
Oh, I would say.
What percentage of women have orgasms with their men? What percentage of time do you have orgasms with your husband?
Cornella says 75%.
You go, girl. He laying it down, Cornelis. I got you. Okay. What you got?
I said 15%.
15%?
Yeah, 25%.
It's 29%. 29%. So, You guys, we appreciate you. As always, the show goes by so fast.
This has been very, very fun.
Yes.
It went by like.
I'm telling you, the time goes by
Yes,
so
the time
fast.
goes by.
So I'll tell you, my favorite date night is to go to Marshall Creek Ranch. I love going horseback riding. We did that on our first date night.
That was fun.
Marshall Creek Ranch is in South Lake. It's an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's like $60. It's right by, if you ever go to South Lake, it's right where the what's the name of that place everybody go to eat, that black fried chicken and waffle place that everybody goes to in South Lake? Lolo's Chicken and Waffles. You can go horseback riding and go to Lolo's Chicken and Waffles. It's phenomenal. It's a great date night. You guys get out of the house. The shelter in place is killing us. We so appreciate you. Holly, I cannot see it. You guys tell me what that said. What's that say?
I don't know.
Okay, that's it. So we appreciate you guys being here with us again on Dallas Confidential. This show does not work unless you guys do. We want to thank Jade for being here. Did you have a good time, Jade?
I did. Thank you
Doesn't
guys
the
so
time
much
fly?
for having me.
We
Yes, the
say that-
time went very, very fast.
So I don't know what next week's show's gonna be. We'll let you guys know. It'll probably be dating dilemmas. You guys wanna do dating dilemmas next week?
Sure. My
Okay.
final thought is make sure you go get you some sex toys.
Sex toys at John's Spots. Okay. Tomorrow's your birthday. Yay. He'll be 44. Isn't he the best 44-year-old looking man out here in these streets?
Thank you.
I'm telling you.
Robert enjoyed the show.
I appreciate
Oh, thank you, Robert. I swear, Holly needs to let us do 2-hour shows because we just cannot do. I have like 15 more questions. And time go by so fast, and Holly's gonna kill me because I'm probably running over. Thank you guys for tuning in. This show does not work without you. Dallas Confidential TV. Please look at us on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you again, Jay. Thank you, Holly, for all that you do. He will be back on the show next week, you guys. Dating Dilemmas. We'll see you next week at 2:30. Have a great Saturday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.